Hi everyone, my name is Holly Whitten, and let's get to communicating. Putting yourself in someone else's shoes is the very definition of perspective. Seeing things from a different point of view is the route to healthy and positive communication with people of all walks of life. Speech class and my summer internship have better prepared me for different scenarios and situations that involve both public speaking and interacting with people of diverse backgrounds. Nonverbal communication is vital when it comes to perceiving others. Both verbal and nonverbal cues help give you a better understanding of what audience you're dealing with. When speaking in public, it's important to engage the audience, and to engage an audience, you have to understand where they're coming from and what their opinions and views might be as well. It's all about perspective. Perception is everything when it comes to speaking and communicating. When you're dealing with people from different cultures or different backgrounds, it's really important to stay open-minded and unbiased. If someone asks you a question during a speech that throws you off, you have to be ready and prepared to answer. Being aware of connotations and language symbols aid in avoiding that miscommunication that happens so often every day. When you can communicate with all different walks of life and there are less language barriers, it's better all around. The power of persuasion. Nonverbal actions such as body language say a lot about you and the messages you're giving off. One of my internship coordinators always talked about, what do you do with your hands when you're speaking to a crowd? I think that it's important to either use them or keep them still at your side. You don't want to be flailing them around, or you don't want to have your arms crossed. That can also contribute to bad posture, which is also a negative body language. Interpersonal skills must be practiced as well. You need to have positive relationships, and in order to do that, you have to understand people on a different level. There has to be a balance between your body language and your tone of voice. You have to be confident and prepared. One of the big things with public speaking is conflict resolution. It's vital to smooth over issues in order to better grow your relationships with people in the workforce, people at home, or an audience full of strangers. That's why I think teamwork is so important. Once you've grasped your communication skills and kind of got an idea of your audience or what situation you're going to be in, I think it's really important to prepare and practice. Repetition is key. And all of these public speaking techniques can even aid in things like interviews or trying to get someone to understand your opinion or your side of things. Persuasive speeches, I think, are my favorite type of speech because people that are on the spectrum, you can actually sway their beliefs through the way that you communicate. There are a lot of different kinds of speeches. I typically am a manuscript style. There are other styles too, but for me, I prefer to have all my thoughts written down, and I like to refer back to them, so I know that's definitely something that I need to work on. I think that engaging the audience, again, is the most important thing when speaking publicly or in a professional setting. getting interviewed, you want people to listen, and the only way to do that is to communicate properly. I think that being aware of the power of persuasion and those persuasive tactics that others might put onto you is also very important. You can learn a lot from the way that others speak, and I think that it helps you find your own style of speaking. Everybody's so different, so getting a look into how others perceive things and others communicate and speak publicly can really lay a good foundation for you as well. I also think that when it comes to being interviewed, like my interview for my current internship was very challenging. I had never been in a setting so formal and professional. It was really great experience, but if I had taken this class before then, I would have tried to communicate a little bit differently. I think that when it comes to perspective and teamwork, these are some of the best traits that you can learn and possess when you go into the workforce or again are speaking to a group of people. Excuse me. Working in teams can be really difficult. I've kind of learned that through school and through my internship. But when you are open-minded and you listen to your teammates and you all chime in, you can get a lot done with more than just one mind. There's no I in team. I think to wrap this up though, it all comes down to how we communicate with others and how we perceive them. Everyone perceives everything differently, so it's important to be open-minded. It's important to communicate. Without communication, we cannot live to our fullest potential. We can't learn to our fullest potential. And I think that public speaking in general helps build confidence and composure, and it helps you really get a feel for what the world is like. We're all so diverse, and it's good to get out of your bubble. So I wanted to thank you for this summer class. I have learned so much, and I hope to better communicate from here on out. Thank you so much.